Hello, book friends and readers and all of that. I have this tag to share with you today, the I'm So Annoyed booktube tag. And I got a couple things to say about that. Number one, I was tagged like 3 months ago by my mother. 4 months ago? 3 months ago by my mother. And I'm just now getting to filming this. Number two, my filming camera is, well, let's just say I no longer can see what you see. I used to have like a little screen that I could flip and then I could see what you would see, and so then I could like angle everything correctly, and that has quit working. So I have no idea what you're gonna see. I used to have to do this a long time ago when I was filming on my phone because I couldn't flip the phone and everything was backwards, so I would do it the right way. We're just back to that. So please bear with me. All of that being said, let's get into today's video because I have a limited amount of time. I feel like I'm going to say that for the rest of my life on my videos. Alright, so here we go. I was tagged by Shatona Havoc. I believe, yeah, the original person that came up with this is, that's just the description, Books I'm Not Reading YouTube channel. Let's get into it. The questions are, and the questions will be left linked down in the description box below. I'm not going to tag anybody. If you feel like doing it, please jump in and do it. Alright, do publishers ever do things that you find annoying? Share an example. Here's a great example. And I wonder how many of these I will be the same as my mom. The good thing about having this happen like 3 months ago is that I vaguely remember what her answers are, but not necessarily. Actually, I'm not going to use that. I'm going to use these ones because I'm dealing with this right now. Alright, here we go. This publisher did it right. There are numbers on the spine that tell me which one comes first in a series. That did not annoy me. What did annoy me are these. There are no numbers on the spine. There is on this one. There's a number 3 there. There isn't on these. They're same publisher. I have no idea what order these are in. That is probably the most annoying thing that publishers do. The other pretty close, and I don't think I have a one handy because honestly if I can find a copy that doesn't do this, I get rid of it. Some publishers will have the front cover like go in like that, and then this is like the first page, and that drives me nuts too. So those are some things that publishers do that I find very annoying. Please stop. Just put the numbers on and make the covers the same. Okay. Have you ever been annoyed by a spoiler? Even something as simple as somebody else telling you there's a great twist. Not necessarily. Probably the things that make me annoyed, kind of like, oh, okay, is sometimes when you read the back of a book, the description, and then you read the book for the first time, you realize you kind of gave away a whole thing that you kind of build up and deal with in the book, and it's given away on the back, so the kind of element of surprise is gone. And they do that a lot, I think, with like classics, because they assume everybody knows what they're, you know, what it's about, right? It's been around forever. Yeah. Honestly, on the note of what other things that publishers do that are annoying, I guess I have a lot more with that. Please give a description of the book without the spoilage, so I know if this is a book that I'm interested in. Okay. If you just tell me a bunch of what other people say, that this is a book well worth reading, that doesn't tell me diddly squat. That person felt like it was a book worth reading. However, if I read the description and find out that it has content in there that I have no interest in reading, then I don't know what the book is about. So please give me that. And then going on, have I ever been annoyed by a spoiler? Not really. Even some of the spoilers that I've gotten for, let's say, like Harry Potter, it still didn't take away the emotions that I had when I watched Harry Potter. I can't read Harry Potter. That's a whole nother thing anyway. Have you ever been annoyed by what you've discovered in a little free library, a book sale, or a used bookstore? Tell us what you found and why it was so annoying. Have I ever been annoyed by what? Okay, so this actually happens a lot in like thrift stores and little free libraries. They're books that were given out for free. I'm not saying like the pre-release. I'm saying it happens a lot with like cookbooks. They're just free little diabetes association recipes, or not even dime novels. They're just free things that they printed out and to kind of promote their business in some way, shape, or form. There really has nothing to it, no value to it. And even still, like me saying this, you know, what I don't find valuable, other people might find valuable. But there are so much publication stuff out there that trying to charge $1 for a little pamphlet that was less than $1 may not be worth it. And they really should just go to be recycled, in my opinion, because it takes up space. Where I have seen the other side of thrift stores where they just can't handle the amount of stuff that comes in and being donated. And so a lot of it gets tossed. And I've seen some of the stuff and I'm like, why aren't you putting this out on the shelves? I know people would buy this stuff people aren't going to buy. And it's not so much that they have time to pick and choose. They don't have time. So it's first come, first fill shelves, the rest of the access needs to go. So that's probably my annoying thing of like, this has no value. So let's bring in the stuff, whether it's a little free library or your thrift store. I don't know so much about bookstores. Bookstores are there to make money, so I doubt that they have this thing. It's kind of like an in and out aspect. But these things, they just, don't donate it. You can find a recycling center. Anyway, that's just, and again, it goes back to what I might find non-valuable, somebody else might find valuable. So there is even that. When it comes to short story collections, are you annoyed if there's a novella in the middle of the collection? No. Deckled edges, beautiful or annoying? It just depends on the book. Beautiful or annoying? Doesn't really bother me either way. It really doesn't. Other people's annotations in a used book or library book. No for library book. That is not your property. You have no business writing in it. Just like if I loaned you my book, I would expect you to treat it respectfully. Please do not annotate it. Same thing with a library. But in a used book, it doesn't bother me. I don't typically buy them. I find them distracting when I'm trying to have my own thoughts and my own story. I actually find it very distracting. If I have a conversation with somebody, that's fine. But sometimes when I'm reading the annotations and I'm like, where did you come up with that? And further on, I just kind of get like, where did you come up with that? I want to have a conversation with you. I don't want to just read this. That's just me. I'm weird in that. If there's a series or a collection of certain kinds of books, like an imprint, and changes are made, are you annoyed or okay with it? If yes, give us an example. I don't particularly like it when they change a collection in the middle of it. The one that I can really think of is, well, that's if there's a yes. But for me, it's an example. The Incorrigible Children of, I think it's just the Incorrigible Children series. I love that series. And I started collecting the original prints as, you know, as we got them. And then she finished the series and it was a completely different cover. And it was very annoying. I was like, I'm not going to rebuy the whole series to just match this new cover. Couldn't you have just kept it all the same? So I find that annoying. Do the decisions of characters in a novel ever Every annoy ever annoy you? I need to read that again. Do the decisions of characters in a novel ever annoy you? Share the book and what decisions you found annoying. You want me to come up with something off the top of my head? Do the decisions of characters in a novel ever annoy you? Share the book. So you want me to come up with one. How about The Great Gatsby? Everybody loves that one. I have a video planned to come out about the top 10 classics that everybody loves that I absolutely hate. How about The Great Gatsby? How about the fact that he's now wealthy, knows that the woman is married, and he still wants to come back and woo her, as it will, even though they say it's not. That's exactly what he's doing while she's married. And it's not this, oh, but he could have. No, she is married. Knock it off. End of story. That's all I'll say. Edith Wharton kind of did this. Okay, we're moving on. I actually get annoyed with characters, with the decisions they make. And I kept to a very simple and basic one. There's probably several I could do with that, and it would be a ridiculously long video if I did that. Are you ever annoyed by how someone organizes their books? What do you find annoying? Okay, if I'm watching BookTube, no. That is their own personal space, whatever. My daughter. She has a particular way that she organizes things, and once upon a time she loved the rainbow idea, and so I would come trying to find a book and look for the series, but I have a book over here because it's green and a book over here because it's yellow and a book over. That was very annoying. And then she's like, okay, this isn't working, so then she grouped all of her series together. So now when I go and look for a book, I'm like, isn't this where your mystery series is? And she's like, oh, no. That's a favorite. That's going to be over here. No. That's not so much a favorite. That's actually over here in this series, in this section. No, I didn't know where to put that, so that's... I like alphabetical. Just author, alphabetical, find the books. But that's my daughter, and I can be annoyed by her. Share something bookish that you find annoying. Share something bookish that you find annoying. Didn't I kind of do that with this whole video in and of itself? It doesn't help that I'm kind of plain Jane. Like, if something is annoying, you just kind of get over it. Something bookish that you find annoying. Okay. Here's an example. I am reading the Jan Karen books. Now, when people on eBay or any other place, thrift books or whatever, go to list it, they need to use specific barcodes. They can't just use paperback out from Canaan. You have to use the barcode numbers. ISBN. The reason for this is I looked for ones that would match my series, my sets. Okay, so this. So when I'm looking for it, I'm glancing over. I don't want the hardbacks, and I don't want the large print. So I ordered the next one off of eBay. ISBN. And I got a paperback large print. Because the person, now that has nothing to do with book. That has everything to do with the seller, but it is in regards to books. So we're going to go with that. And it's like, if you're going to sell, you need to make sure that it is the right cover, that it matches the ISBN number in order to sell. I am assuming each ISBN number is different regards to it being a large print, hardback, whatever. I'm assuming the ISBN number is different. I'm pretty sure on that. I could be wrong. I haven't looked up, I haven't fact checked myself here, but I'm pretty sure that's the case. So I guess that would be the only thing I can think of. Alright, but if you enjoyed this video, make one of yourself. Let me know down in the comments below. If you don't have a booktube channel but enjoy watching, let me know what some of your answers are onto these questions. And I hope it wasn't too boring. Alright, speaking of at home in Mitford, I need to film my June wrap-up. So I'm going to get started on that. Until next time, or that video, have another cup of coffee and read another chapter.